Hello students, this is the second sum for ratio analysis. So I'll send the problem through Google Classroom. You have to refer the question from there. So this is the solution for that. I'll read the question once and we shall go with the solution. So question says the comparative balance sheets of Girish Limited are given for the year ended December 2009-2010. So for two different years they have given. Balance sheet they have given capital liabilities 2019, assets 2019. Equity share capital 1 lakh 50, 2 lakhs. Reserve fund they have given. Debentures, mortgage loan, creditors, bill payable, everything is given. So asset side goodwill, land and building, plant machinery, patents, stocks, debtors, everything are given. Additional information. Sales they have given for 2009, 2 lakh 50, 2010, 3 lakhs. Purchases 1 lakh 50,000, 4 lakh, 4 lakh 2,500. So from the information for 2 years, calculate current ratio, acid test ratio, that means quick ratio, liquid ratio, inventory turnover ratio, debtors turnover ratio, creditors turnover ratio, working capital turnover ratio, average collection period, average payment period. So we have to calculate all these ratios. At the same time, down below they have given a note that included in the question itself. Take 365 days in a year. Trade debtors included, debtors and bill receivable. Even though it is not given, you need to remember that trade debtors includes debtors and bill receivable. Trade creditors included creditors and bill payable. So even though it is not given, you need to remember that trade creditors includes liabilities and creditors. That means bill payable and creditors only. Next, the figures for 2009 to be taken as opening balances for 2010 for calculating averages. That will be discussed later. So this is about the question. I am not going to dictate each and every items. We are going to discuss about each and every items. Those are the assets and liabilities which are simple to understand. So we shall go with the calculation of different ratios. So firstly, they have asked to calculate current ratios. I have not written here the current ratio because current ratio we have discussed already, right? So that will be discussed by your side. That means you have to do it yourself. At the same time, acid test ratio, that means quick ratio, quick assets, quick liability, that you need to remember, that I have not written here. So you have to write down, you have to solve current ratio and acid test ratio. Acid test ratio means quick or liquid ratio that you need to calculate. So I have written from inventory turnover ratio, which is new to us, right? So I have started from inventory turnover ratio. We should go with the inventory turnover ratio. So current ratio ಮತ್ತು acid test ratio ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. acid test ratio ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ और ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ. ಸೊ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಮತ್ತು acid test ratio ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ವೆಂಟರಿ ಟರ್ನೋವರ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ನಾನು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಥರ್ಡ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಇಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಟು ಅಸ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ವೆಂಟರಿ ಟರ್ನೋವರ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು 2009 ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಏನು ಮಾಡಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇನ್ವೆಂಟರಿ ಟರ್ನೋವರ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ cost of goods sold divided by average stock. So which is very simple to remember. Cost of goods sold divided by average stock. So how are you going to calculate cost of goods sold? So inventory turnover ratio formula says cost of goods sold divided by average stock. So I have taken here the cost of goods sold. How to calculate cost of goods sold? In case in question if you have given cost of goods sold directly, you can take the direct amount. Whereas in this question there is no cost of goods sold mentioned in the question. So you have to calculate whatever the items they have given for the calculation of cost of goods sold. So cost of goods sold where it is not given, you have to calculate in this way. The pattern says opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock. These are the main items for cost of goods sold. Opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock. I have calculated for 2009. Next you have to calculate for 2010 similarly. So for 2009 you have to refer the question. For 2009 you have to bring out opening stock. So for 2009 and 10, so try to remember, they are given two different years, right? 2009 and 2010. So whatever the balance they give for different years, the balance of 2009, that means the closing balance they give. Balance sheet includes closing balance, right? Balance sheet ಯಾವ balance ಇರುತ್ತೆ? Balance sheet ಅಲ್ಲಿ closing balance ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So they have given the balance sheet of two different years, right? So whatever the closing balance they have given for 2009 will become opening balance for 2010, which is easy to understand, right? Closing balance ಯಾವ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ 2009 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ಈ 2009 ನ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, 2010 ನ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, which is very easy to remember. So 2009 ನ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ 2010 ನ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್, 2010 ನ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ 2011 ನ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ 2009 ನ opening balance in 2008 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ, if they have given 2008 balances, we would have taken the balance of 2008 as closing balance, sorry, opening balance of 2009. So for that sake, there is no opening balance for 2009 given in the question. So how to calculate opening balances for the calculation of cost of goods sold? So for the calculation of cost of goods sold, formula says what? Opening stock, right? So for 2009 there is no opening stock, right? 2009 and 2010 balance sheet items they have given. Out of the balances what they have given, this is of closing balances for 2 different years. So balance sheet includes closing balances. So they have given opening stock, right? Stock 75,000. Stock 75,000 in the question. This stock 75,000 includes 2009 closing balances. What we need opening stock for 2009. So opening stock, no why they have given the opening stock. So whatever the closing stock they have given in the balance sheet, that itself will be taken as what? Opening balance. Whatever the closing balance they have given in the balance sheet, that itself will become what? Opening balance. So closing balance ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವೆಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತೆ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ 2010 it is easy to calculate, right? For 2010 whatever the amount is given, these are the closing, whereas opening are the 2009. But for 2009 these are the closing balances. For 2008 that means opening balances are not given. So for 2009 opening balance we won't get, but for 2010 we get opening balances because they are given previous year, that is 2009. So 2009 ನ balances ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Closing balances 2010 ನ opening balance ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 2009 ಗೆ opening balance ಯಾವಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 2008 ನ balances, that is closing balances of 2008. But in question we have not provided the balances of 2008. That means for 2009 there is no balance of opening, right? Opening stocks, opening debtors, opening creditors, nothing is given. So when opening balances are not given for 2009, so whatever the closing balance they have given in the balance sheet, that itself will be taken as what? Opening balance. So ಹಾಗೆ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ? Opening stock, that means stocks ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2009 ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅಂಡರ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ 75,000, 2010 1 lakh. So stock 75,000 itself I have taken as what? Opening balance. Plus purchases. Purchase value is given at the end of the question, right? Additional information under that they have given for 2009 purchases 1,50,000. Balance sheet ಕೆಳಗಡೆ additional information ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇದೆ. So purchases 1,50,000 minus closing stock. So closing stock, which is very easy to understand. Balance sheet itself shows the closing stock. This will be the closing stock. So closing stock 75,000. So in this calculation, closing stock itself we have taken as opening stock. So if you want to calculate for 2010, I will show the calculation for 2010. If you want to go for 2010 calculation, how it goes? So 2010 opening stock will become what? 75,000. This is the stock of 2009. Plus purchases, whatever the item have been purchased, 4,02,500 minus closing stock. What is the closing stock for 2010 is 1 lakh. These two are the balance sheet item. This one is additional information item. So for 2010 opening balance is what? 2009 closing balance. 2009 closing balance is 75,000. So 2009 ನ closing balance ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 2010 ನ opening balance ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು. So opening stock 75,000, closing stock which is given in the balance sheet of 2010. So 2010 closing stock 1 lakh. This purchase is given under additional information that you need to understand. So we will calculate the cost of goods sold for 2010 that you need to calculate. ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ 2009 ಗೆ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? 2009 ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆದರೆ 2010 ಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ? ಎರಡು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. 2010 ಗೆ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? 2009 ನ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ 2009 ನ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದು? 75,000. That itself we have taken as what? Closing balance, sorry, opening balance for 2010. So that you need to calculate. So we have calculated cost of goods sold rupees 1,50,000 divided by average stock. Average stock formula: opening stock plus closing stock divided by 2, which is very easy to calculate. Opening stock plus closing stock. So again for 2009, there is no opening stock given for 2009, right? What you have done? You have done the closing stock itself as opening stock. Here also you have taken similar way. Opening stock, you have taken closing balance itself as opening stock. So both will be the same amount. So 75,000 plus 75,000 divided by 2, we will get 75,000 as average stock. So therefore, inventory turnover ratio. Try to understand. Whenever we calculate for turnover ratio, that you need to remember that ratios are to be in number of times. Whenever they give for the calculation of turnover, debtors turnover, creditors turnover, inventory turnover, that turnover has to be presented in terms of times, not in ratios, not in terms of 2:1, 2:1. It has to be in times. Turnover ratio, so turnover again. So cost of goods sold divided by average stock 75,000 we will get 2 times as inventory turnover ratio. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು 2010 ಗೆ ಏನು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ goods sold ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತು average stock ಇಲ್ಲಿ average stock ಸೇಮ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು 2010 ಗೆ average stock ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ opening stock 75,000 ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ closing stock 1,50,000 right divide by 2 ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ average stock 2010 ಅದು 2009 ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗೆ ನಾವು ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ 2010. So this is for inventory turnover ratio. Next is debtors turnover ratio. So debtors turnover ratio formula is net credit sales divided by average debtors. So debtors turnover ratio net credit sales divided by average debtors I have calculated for 2009. So average debtors, net credit sales means whatever the sales they have given, that will be taken as what net credit sales. In case if they give total sales out of that credit sales separately, that we need to remember that credit sales will be taken for net credit sales. So we should calculate average debtors first. So average debtors formula opening debtors plus opening bill receivable plus closing debtors plus closing bill receivable divided by 2. ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ನೀವು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಥಿಯರಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳಿಸಿರ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನೀವು ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನು. ಎವ್ರಿ ಟಾಕ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಡೆಟಾಸ್ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಡೆಟಾಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಲ್ ರಿಸೀವಬಲ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಡೆಟಾಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ bill receivable. I have calculated for 2009. Similar way of calculation where I have discussed while calculating inventory turnover ratio for 2009. There is no opening stock of debtors and opening stock of bill receivable. So whatever the closing stock they have given, that itself will be taken as what opening stock of debtors and opening stock of bill receivable. So we have to calculate average debtors for 2009. ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ 2009 ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಓಪನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು 2010 ನ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆಯೋ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾರಿ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆಯೋ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ. ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 2009-10 ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ಸ್ 75,000, debtors 50,000, right? So we have to take opening balance, but in balance sheet whatever the balance sheet items shows, those are closing balances. Remember that closing balances. So closing balance ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇವೆರಡು closing balances. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು 2009 ನ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಆದರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2008 ನ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2008 ನ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡೆಡ್ ದಿ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ 2008. If they have provided 2008 balances under the balance sheet, we would have taken 2008 balances as the opening balance for 2009. So in this situation they have not given, they won't give in the question. Okay, whenever they give two different years, the first year's opening balance will be taken as what the closing balance of the same year. So a closing balance ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಏನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಇವೆರಡು ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಸ್, ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಇವೆರಡು ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ನಾನು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. I have taken it as what opening balances. So 50,000 plus 40,000 as opening balances. Similarly closing balances 50,000 plus 40,000 divided by 2. All together we will get how much? 90,000 is the average debtors. 50 plus 40 plus 50 plus 40 all together you will add it, divide by 2, you will get 90,000 as average debtors. So debtors turnover ratio ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, net credit sales divided by average debtors. ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅವರು ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ 2,50,000 divided by 90,000. ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Additional information says for the 2009 is rupees 2,50,000. So I have taken 2,50,000 divided by 90,000, which is average data. Just now we have calculated. So 2,50,000 divided by 90,000, you will get 2.774. You have to round figure it 3 times. Whenever you calculate turnover, it has to be in number of times. So this is about average, data's turnover ratio. For that you have to calculate average data. Average data's formula is opening data plus opening data plus opening bill receivable plus closing data plus closing bill receivable. For the first year, what you need to do, you have to remember that closing balance itself is taken as opening balance only for the first year. Next year I have calculated for your reference. ಮುಂದೆ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು 2009 ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, 2010 ಗೆ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಎವರೇಜ್ ಟಾಸ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಎವರೇಜ್ ಟಾಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಇಯರ್ 2010, opening tax plus opening bill receivable, closing tax plus closing bill receivable, same formula use ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು divide by 2. ಸೊ ಆದರೆ 2010 ಗೆ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಸೇಮ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. 2010 ಗೆ ಎರಡು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ. We get both the amounts, right? For the 2010 we get opening balance as well as closing balance, because 2010 ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ 2009 2010. So whatever the balance of 2009 we have given, that will become opening balance. Whatever the 2010 balance itself will be taken as what? Closing balance. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು closing balance ಇಂದ opening balance ನ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, opening balance ಕೂಡ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, closing balance ಕೂಡ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Balance of 2009 will become the opening balances for 2010. Okay, and 2010 balance will be taken as what? Closing balance. So opening balance of debtors, opening balance of bill receivable plus closing balance of debtors plus closing balance of bill receivable. So opening balance of debtors ಮತ್ತು opening balance of bill receivable ಯಾವುದು ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ 2009 ನ closing balances, which is given under balance sheet. Balance sheet ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2009 ನ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ debtors ಮತ್ತು bill receivable, ಅದನ್ನ 2010 ನ opening balance ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Closing balances ಯಾವುದು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು 2010 ನ balances ನೋಡಿ, debtors ಮತ್ತು bill receivable. So all together you will get 87,500 when you divide by 2. Total ಮಾಡಿ divide by 2 ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮಗೆ 87,500 ಇಷ್ಟು ಏನಿದೆ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ. ನಂತರ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿ ಡೆಟಾಸ್ ಟರ್ನೋವರ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಟಾಸ್ ಟರ್ನೋವರ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನೆಟ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 3 lakhs ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ 87,500 ಮಾಡಿ ಏನು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೌಂಡ್ ಫಿಗರ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ದಿಸ್ ಫಾರ್ 2010. So this is about debtors turnover ratio. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನೆನಪಿರಲಿ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ 2 ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಒಂದು ಇಯರ್ದು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಎರಡು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆದರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೇ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವಾಗ ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸನ್ನು ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.